Hey everybody, coming at you with a brand new video. But this time, it's something different. They wanted me to break down a topic that can be messy AF no contact. So, you've gone no contact with someone. Maybe it's an ex, a friend, or that one aunt who keeps trying to set you up with her neighbor's son. You're trying to move on, but their behavior is, well, let's just say it's giving obsessed. No contact is like this weird power struggle. You're trying to reclaim your space, and they're like, nope, I'm going to need you to keep checking your phone every 5 seconds. It can trigger some wild psychological stuff, like seriously, we're talking Sigmund Freud levels of analysis here. But don't worry, fam, I'm here to break it all down for you. Okay, first up, let's talk about the classic sign of obsession, the relentless pursuit. You know the type, they just can't take a hint. You've blocked their number, their email, their dog on Instagram. You've gone full-on digital ghost. You think you're finally free, but oh no, they're just getting started. But somehow they still find a way to pop up like those annoying ads you can't seem to block. It's like they have a sixth sense for finding new ways to reach you. It's like playing a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. Just when you think you've got them all, another one pops up. You block them on one platform and bam, they reappear on another. It's almost impressive how persistent they can be. They're calling from unknown numbers, sliding into your DMs through mutual friends, even leaving messages on your mom's Facebook wall. The desperation is real, people. It's like they're on a mission. And the worst part? They always try to play it cool, like, oh hey, didn't know you'd see me here. As if it's all just a big coincidence. Yeah, right, because accidentally stalking someone's LinkedIn profile is a totally normal thing to do. It's not like they're fooling anyone. Look, I get it, breaking up is hard, but there's a fine line between trying to win someone back and straight-up harassment. It's important to recognize when that line has been crossed. If their attempts to reach out feel excessive and unwanted, trust your gut, fam. Your instincts are there for a reason. You have the right to your peace, and no amount of I just want to talk can take that away. Remember, your well-being comes first. So, you've managed to dodge their calls and block them on every social media platform you can think of. You've taken all the necessary steps to ensure they can't reach you. Or so you thought. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, right? You think you finally got some peace and quiet. But then you notice something strange. They're suddenly the most active person on your social media. It's like they found a new way to keep tabs on you. They're the first to view your every Instagram story, liking your Facebook posts from 5 years ago, and leaving comments that are just a little too familiar. It's unsettling, to say the least. It's like they have a Google alert set up for your name, and they're getting notifications every time you breathe. Every move you make online, they're right there. You're starting to think they know your online activity better than you do. It's almost as if they're living vicariously through your posts. And don't even get me started on the subtweeting. The vague booking, the passive-aggressive quotes, it's all too much. The strategically chosen song lyrics, it's like they're trying to write you a novel in 280 characters or less. It's exhausting to keep up with. Listen, I'm all for staying connected, but there's a difference between being friendly and being creepy. This crosses the line. If someone's social media activity is making you feel uncomfortable, don't hesitate to block, mute, or even report them. You have every right to protect your space. Your mental health is more important than their need for validation. Take care of yourself first. All right, let's talk about the friend zone. And I don't mean the kind where you're hoping they'll finally notice you. I'm talking about the friend zone where your ex, or the person you're trying to distance yourself from, has become the ultimate puppet master, pulling strings and gathering intel through your mutual friends. Suddenly everyone's asking you weird questions like, so are you seeing anyone, or have you heard from, you know who? It's like they've been recruited into some elaborate spy mission. Codename Operation Make Them Jealous. You're getting texts at 3 a.m. with updates on their every move. OMG, guess who's at the same party as us? Or, they're totally checking you out right now. It's like living in your own personal soap opera and you didn't even sign up for this drama. Look, it's one thing for friends to be curious, but it's another thing when they're being used as pawns in someone else's game. If you feel like your friends are being pressured to spy on you, it's time to have a chat with them. Chapter 4, Scarcity, the Ultimate Aphrodisiac, or something like that. Okay, let's get real for a second. Have you ever noticed how the last slice of pizza always seems more appealing? Or how that one shirt you can never find in your size suddenly becomes the holy grail of fashion? That, my friends, is the scarcity principle in action. When something is unavailable, it becomes more desirable. It's basic human psychology. And guess what? It applies to relationships too. When you go no contact, you're essentially taking yourself off the market. You're no longer readily available, which can make the other person crave your attention even more. It's like that old saying, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Suddenly, all your flaws become endearing quirks, and your annoying habits become cute little idiosyncrasies. Look, I'm not saying that going no contact will magically make someone fall head over heels for you, but it can definitely shift the power dynamic. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, no man is free who is not master of himself. Let's be real. Rejection sucks. It's one of those universal experiences that everyone goes through at some point in their lives. It doesn't matter if you're a powerful CEO or a YouTube comedian with millions of subscribers, getting rejected can make you question your worth. It can make you feel like you're not good enough, no matter how successful you are. And sometimes, it can bring out the worst in people. The frustration and anger can be overwhelming, leading to actions that are out of character. When someone is rejected, their ego takes a hit. It's a blow to their self-esteem and can make them feel vulnerable and exposed. They might feel the need to overcompensate, to prove that they're still desirable and in control. This can lead to behaviors that are more about masking their insecurities than addressing them. This can manifest in all sorts of unhealthy ways, from obsessive behavior to outright anger. It's a defense mechanism, a way to cope with the pain of rejection. I remember this one time back in high school when this girl I had a crush on told me she wasn't interested. I was mortified. It felt like the end of the world. So what did I do? I tried to win her over. I baked her a batch of cookies and wrote her a song about how much I loved her. I thought that if I just showed her how much I cared, she would change her mind. Yeah, it was as cringeworthy as it sounds. Looking back, I can't help but laugh at how desperate I was. Looking back, I realize I was just trying to regain some sense of control. I wanted to feel like I had some power in the situation. I wanted to prove to her, and to myself, that I was worthy of her affection. I needed to validate my own self-worth. But the truth is, her rejection had nothing to do with me and everything to do with her. It was her loss, not mine. We've all got baggage. Whether it's unresolved childhood issues or that one ex who still haunts our dreams, you know the one. We all carry emotional scars from past relationships. And sometimes, these unresolved issues can rear their ugly heads in the most unexpected ways. Like when we're trying to move on from someone. When someone has deep-seated fears of abandonment or a history of unhealthy attachments, going no contact can trigger those anxieties. They might become clingy, demanding, or even manipulative in their attempts to hold on to you. It's like they're stuck in a loop, replaying the same patterns from past relationships. They haven't dealt with their own emotional baggage, so they're projecting it onto you. Look, I'm not a therapist, though I've played one on TV, but if you're dealing with someone who's exhibiting these kinds of behaviors, it's important to remember that you're not responsible for fixing them. Okay, let's talk boundaries. Boundaries are like the invisible force field that protects your emotional well-being. They're the rules and limits you set for how others are allowed to treat you. And when it comes to no contact, boundaries are non-negotiable. You've made the decision to create distance for a reason, and it's important to stay strong in that decision. Think of it like this. You wouldn't let someone break into your house and steal your stuff, would you? So why would you let them trample all over your heart? Setting boundaries can be tough, especially if you're dealing with someone who's not used to hearing the word no. But trust me, it's worth it. It's like putting up an electric fence around your heart. Sure, it might seem harsh at first, but it's there to protect you from getting hurt. No contact is a journey, my friends, and it's not always easy. There will be times when you're tempted to give in, to respond to that text or answer that call. But remember why you started this journey in the first place. You deserve to be with someone who respects your boundaries, who doesn't play games with your heart. So, the next time you're feeling lost and confused, remember this: you are strong, you are worthy, and you are not alone. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Have you ever gone no contact with someone? What were your experiences? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's create a safe space for each other. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Stay savage.